Man, I swear I love that music on that countdown. What's good, everybody? Back for another episode of Top Five Live, episode 31. Man, like we just did episode 30 last week. This is pretty freaking great, man. It's a great
Yeah, I
feeling.
mean, thirty episodes is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Legit.
That's pretty freaking crazy. Like I really love it. I so but me and Danny can talk about that offline. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this week because this only came up honestly because John had this time. I think didn't you post this on your page or something like about westerns or something?
Cool.
Yeah, I have just
You
watched.
Oh, not me.
oh
Him.
Danny.
Yeah, I just watched my number one on a couple weeks ago, and I heard somebody mention it, and I had to watch it again because it's just like the greatest of all time. Like to me, it's the greatest western of all time. So, I just do it up there just because we always talking top fives anyway. I was like top five westerns, and that was my number one. And then I was asking what everybody else would put. And it was some good, some really good ones, man. Me and my wife, we really love westerns, so I just thought it would be fun conversation, and it absolutely was. I didn't know y'all. I didn't even know you watched westerns, bro.
I just started getting into um. I'm not like huge on like I haven't gone back to watch every western that was ever made, but but I mean, I the Western that I do like, I love. You know what I mean? For one reason or the other one. So that's why I'm saying I can't wait to get into the list later on. I don't know what y'all want to jump into first though for the other topics for the week. I mean, the
I
super
got a
like
question. I got a question about the Super Bowl.
what
Was the so y'all? Have not been watching football for the past
Mhm.
couple of seasons. This is the first Super Bowl I've probably watched in 3-4 years, right?
Mhm.
Um, but they were talking like it was the best. I mean, it was a good game. It was a very good game.
Mhm.
Um, they were talking like it was the best. Uh, like Matthew Stafford was like the best quarterback that has ever lived. Like I saw the no look pass and everything, but like to y'all, was that Super Bowl like that, or was it just was am I overrating it, or are people overrating it?
it
Nah, I
was it
think there was it was all right.
Yeah, it was a good Super Bowl. It was more competitive than I think people initially might have went in thinking it might be because the Rams were had such a defensive force, but the Bengals really proved themselves in the postseason. It's not like they, you know, fell into it. Like they had to go and beat good teams to get in there. I mean, they the Bengals have my utmost respect, especially with Joe Burrow. He already had my utmost respect anyway. But no, it was a good game. Uh, Matthew Stafford. See, the thing is, Stafford has never had this type of support. Like I feel the same way about Stafford as I did when Barry Sanders was in Detroit. Like Detroit is just a place that your career goes to die. Like you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. And I mean, all he ever had was Megatron because they had so many debacles at wide receiver because they took the top wide receiver like 3 years in a row. They had Charles Rogers, Megatron. I can't remember who the other guy was.
You right, Eric. You absolutely right, bro.
They had 3 straight years where they took the top receiver and it didn't pan out with Charles Rogers. I can't remember who the other guy was, and then they got Megatron. But Stafford didn't have anybody but Megatron. Like they had no defense. Uh, they
I ain't gonna say that. Don't say that. They had defense. They
no,
had Sue for like a while, man.
yeah, but
It
but
was a good.
that was it.
They had decent defenses. Okay, the Lions they had some good years, but they
They had
like
years that
but
were competitive.
they had competitive years, but that's like all you can ask for at this moment. You know what I mean? Like they, these dudes are, you just have to acknowledge that the Lion, like Matthew Stafford, could just as easily shoot you out of a game as he can shoot you in a game, and he did that a lot with the Lions.
Yeah, but I think, but again, like that. So I'm not trying to make it seem like Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback ever because that's what Danny was talking about. I'm not trying to make it seem like that. What I
Well,
am
that's
saying,
hyperbole. They do that joint like Every year, man. Every year, whoever wins the Super Bowl is the greatest, is the best, is top 5 quarterback or whatever. They do that every year, dude.
I don't
Every
think
year.
so. I
Every
think
year,
that,
dude. Every year, this team might be a dynasty. They do that every year, dude.
I don't think, because like when Eli won, nobody be like, yeah, Eli's top 5 quarterback in the league right now. Like nobody was saying that. You just gave him his credit for playing a great game. You know what I mean? Like, and Stafford played his behind off. He deserves credit. Like, it's not like the Bengals defense was slouching. You know what I'm saying? Like he played a great game, and he deserves credit for that. No, he won't just.
No, he said that. He said Sue was at best.
Who said
Sue's
Sue
going
was
to the Hall of Fame, dude? Like, you understand this, right? Like
who said
Ndamukong Suh is going into the Hall of Fame. Kevin.
But who said that?
Kevin Chapman.
How am I missing this? Yeah,
I think the game was competitive, and we've had some stinkers for Super Bowls. If you think about it, over the last like maybe 4 years, was it last year the Chiefs got blown out? The year before that, I think it was like Chiefs Niners, which was okay. The year before that, it was Patriots Rams, and it was scored like 23 points between both teams.
You said the Chiefs got blown out? Ain't that
yeah,
where,
last year
Patrick Mahomes plays?
Patrick Mahomes got smoked against the Bucks.
Wow. Because that's all. I mean, he's the only one that I heard. Like even a person not watching football, I heard his name all the time. Like people are saying that he's the next.
No, Patrick Mahomes is like that. But I mean, they got smacked because his offensive line was hurt, and the Bucks defensive team, their defensive line was not playing games last year. It's not I'm not a fan of them. I'm explaining what happened.
I don't want to hear that. Did you see the offensive line that Joe Burrow had out there?
Well, the first half they held up well the Rams had to change their strategy. But Mahomes,
that's coaching, man. That's on coaching.
Of course, but the second half it didn't work. All I'm saying is, so when I'm doing that, I'm not trying to defend Patrick Mahomes. I'm just speaking to the facts of what happened in the game. He
choked. He didn't play great, man. He didn't play great at all.
In the Super Bowl last year, he choked.
Yeah, like he threw at least 4 or 5 passes that should have been interceptions, and the only reason they weren't is because they were dropped.
I'm not arguing with you this early in the show.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. You say you arguing about what happened. I'm telling you what happened. He threw the ball directly into the Bucks' hands like twice.
So
go ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Dan.
Go ahead, Dan. What were you saying? For some reason, I can't see the chat. That's why I'm not highlighting y'all's comments yet, because for whatever reason, it's not populating.
I was saying one thing we can agree on is the halftime show though. Like that was the hot fire.
Yes, I was very seriously debating. So for me, and I had this conversation on my page that night. It's up there with the best halftime show that I've ever seen. I think Prince still has the best moment. You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, Prince is still number one probably. It's Prince, Michael Jackson. I think those are like people's main two. Prince had the best moment. It's not even, I don't even know how you could question it. I mean, this dude was singing Purple Rain, and it's almost literally like God made it start raining right when the song started. It was incredible. He had the silhouette in the back, that like the tapestry blowing, and it was perfect. And then when they do the high notes, everybody was doing it. Everybody had the candles up. It was like the best moment I've ever seen for a Super Bowl. But
I think there are 4. I will put 4 other halftime shows over the one from yesterday, Sunday. 4: Prince, Michael, Beyonce, and Bruno. All of them, all 4 of them, better.
Not Janet.
But Beyonce and Bruno were together.
Funny though, I'm gonna be real with you. No, Bruno they were together, but then Bruno had one by himself though. Bruno had one by himself.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was.
I only remember the one he did with Beyonce and Coldplay, and that's one of my top ones.
Kevin, dude, you already talking crazy stuff about Sue, man. You can't. Don't come on this panel and get this smoke, man. I don't want you to
That's
get
what I'm
this
saying.
fire.
I don't know why I can't see.
I don't want you to get this
He
fire, dude.
trying to fire you.
He trying to replace me.
He trying to fire you, bro.
What do you
don't
say?
want this smoke.
God dang it! Why can't I see this? This is
No,
crazy.
remember, there was Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno all in one. Bruno had one by himself, and Beyonce had one by herself.
Hey, I don't know. What I can say is that Prince had the best moment. One of my favorites was definitely Beyonce, Bruno, and Coldplay's because I do like Coldplay. But the big debacle before the 2015, where Miami PD said they weren't going to protect Beyonce, so the nation said they would, and then she still did Formation and came out in the Black Panther. Like, I'll never forget that. It was freaking phenomenal. Like, I was already hyped for that alone, and then Bruno, was on one that whole year. Like that Super Bowl halftime show, I'll never forget.
He trying me, man. He trying me right now. That's all right, sir.
What's up,
but this one being the first all hip hop one, to me is direct Jay-Z's touch. You know what I'm saying? Being in the position that he's in the league. And I was listening to Charlemagne and Angela Rye talk about whether that's good or bad. And I don't know. Because I agree with what they were saying on the Breakfast Club. Like, we protested, some Black people protested, what they did to Cap. But okay, once Cap settled, it was like, all right, but when is it over? Like, when's the protest over? Is it over because he settled? Is it like what do we want necessarily? You know what I'm saying? There's always two parts to a protest. You know what I'm saying? You want to be heard, but then like the second part of it. So there are a lot of people that because I know Danny jumped out at that point. I jumped out for a while, but then like I was in my head about it because I was like, I definitely want them to kick rocks, but at the same time, there's so many of our people that are creating and now have generational wealth to pass down because of this game too. So like, do I want to cut off my nose to spite my face? Kind of like, and I had mechanizations back and forth.
Honestly, I thought I'm gonna say this, and people gonna be mad. I really don't care. I think I really don't. Because I've said it before. I think people who were boycotting the NFL as if that would enact some social change, that don't make no sense to me. NFL don't care. NFL got no power to do no social change, to stop no cops from killing people. NFL can't do anything. Like, there were people boycotting, like, okay, if you were boycotting because Kaepernick was getting blackballed, okay, cool. That makes sense. I can ride with you. But if you are boycotting because
that's not true.
What?
But that's not true.
What's not true?
That the NFL can't do anything because that's not true. That the NFL can't do anything because we saw in the NBA to increase voter turnout. We saw them use their leverage.
You're right, and then so no more cops are being shot. No more black men are being shot because LeBron voter. So we talking about voter. That's fine. That's not why people were boycotting the NFL though. They weren't boycotting to get people to vote. They're boycotting because they were upset that the NFL weren't behind Kaepernick in his protest.
I disagree with you.
Again,
I disagree with you.
I don't think that's why.
So what you boycotting for? So what were you boycotting if you weren't boycotting that? I'm just curious.
I was boycotting that, but I was also boycotting the way that they handled the domestic abuse situations over the past 3 years and the CTE, and
that's fine.
That's fine with the NFL was that I know that the only power that I have as an individual when it comes to big corporations like NFL, Art, or whatever, to stop giving you my money. I know that that's the only power. Right. They still gonna pay these people millions of dollars. They still gonna do what they want to do. But I don't got to give you my money. I don't have to go out of my way to boycotting to promote your stuff. And
but what you're boycotting
and
can
it's for my peace
directly
of mind.
be
Because
affected
now
by the
every time I put
NFL,
on
though.
NFL, say that,
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying what you are boycotting, like the list of things that you just rattled off, all those things can be addressed and dealt with by the NFL. Like that makes sense to me.
Mhm.
But the people that were boycotting because of police brutality, that doesn't make sense because there's no correlation there.
But I don't know anybody that was boycotting because of police brutality
I know quite a
against
few.
the NFL. I know people that were boycotting because of their reaction to Colin Kaepernick kneeling to highlight police brutality. I
and the
don't know
way and
anybody
the
that
way
was
the
like,
NFL
oh, police.
handled and the way the NFL went about handling that. That's a different thing,
Yeah,
But
man.
then, but see, when
I
you
don't know
say the
anybody that was
NFL,
like,
so when you say the NFL though, and I'm not defending, let me make sure I'm clear. I'm not defending the NFL. I don't like how
Sounds
the
like you are.
Kaepernick. No, I'm literally about to say I don't like how the owners blackballed Kaepernick, right? Like I don't like that. And this is why I respect what you said about how you're boycotting because you don't like how they deal with domestic abuse and CT and everything, because that makes sense. I didn't personally boycott that because number one, if I was okay watching when Adrian Peterson got away with beating his son up, like if I kept watching then, if I kept watching when Ray Rice uppercutted his wife, if I kept watching when Ray, did I say Ray Lewis or say Ray Rice? Ray Rice. Ray Lewis almost went to jail. Like all that stuff. Like if I were to stop now and be like, whoa, hey now, yeah, Greg Hardy. Like if I were to stop
Greg
now,
Hardy
then it makes me look like a hypocrite. That's why because it just made me look like a hypocrite.
I understand that. My thing is
yeah,
that it just got to me where it was with my, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at I'm seeing it too much and it's messing with my personal mental health. I was feeling like I was out
I feel you.
But not the boycott was about bringing recognition to social issues of black people when half of the players are black, and it was more about social change. I know more than you can't see the chat, but that's exactly what it was.
I don't understand why.
It's about social change, man.
But
like,
to me, what the NFL doesn't have to do any of that. Maybe I look at it differently.
No.
I look at them as a corporation. They don't have to do anything. So why am I going to be mad if they do?
But they were preventing the players from doing it, though. They were actively stopping the players from using their platforms to do that. Though that's the thing.
How were they actively stopping it? The only person that got blackballed and didn't get back in the league was Kaepernick. Everybody else that kept kneeling, they were still in the league.
But they set a precedent.
What's the name was still in the league? The other dude, homeboy that was who was kneeling, that
he came from the 49ers and came to us.
Yeah, like he was playing in the league. He kept playing in the league, and he was still
1 year.
No, he played with y'all this year, didn't he?
No,
or he got injured. I think he got injured.
Anyway. He hasn't played in the last 2 years at least.
But they all kept but he no. He played last year. He played the year before, dude. He might not have played with the Panthers, but he played again. But anywho, like my point is, I don't, maybe it's because I have different expectations on what I expect the league to be responsible for. You know what I mean? Like to me, I don't look to sports leagues to push the agendas for black people. Like I don't. And I've never done that because I'm like, y'all care about money. That's all you care about. When it boils down to it, that's all you care about. And so if my expectation is that you just care about money, then whatever you do, now I do have a problem with, the way they were handling, what do you call it? Abuse. Like I thought like they were tripping there. Like
the domestic abuse stuff.
Yeah. I mean, one of their most celebrated, quarterbacks was out here assaulting people, and they would rarely ever bring that joint up.
Yeah. So they would have never, that's the other thing, but that's the other thing though. Like they would have never change though. So if you see something is wrong with a company that I put money into Panthers gear. Like I put legit money into the Carolina Panthers. I went to playoff games. I put for somebody who makes the amount of money that I make, I put a sizable amount of money into supporting them, right? So if you support somebody, then of course you want to feel like you're a part. When I root for the Panthers, I feel like I'm part of the team, right? So if the NFL is saying that the stuff that you say doesn't matter, we are not going to support that kind of stuff. We're actively going to push against that stuff. As a matter of fact, it kind of makes you feel like, okay, then only thing I can do is not give you my money and not give you my time and my attention anymore.
All right. To me, like I said, it's just my perspective is like, this is not going to do anything. Like, not watching the game. Number one, it actually hurts the black men that actually play in the league. You know what I mean? Like Morgan made the point about guys having generational wealth. Like, I'd rather. What'd you say?
I think they're doing okay. I think they're doing all right.
Well, I'm just saying, we always talk about we support everybody black. So I'm gonna support my black folks. So
Yeah, like I said,
they weren't stopping the people. Guys, they were not stopping black people in the league from dealing with social issues. They weren't. Like, they had a problem with them kneeling, but they were like, black athletes have been dealing with social issues outside of the NFL for decades. Nobody's finding them for doing that.
So I want to jump into this, but at the same time I don't. Maybe we can come back to it.
That's cool.
On another episode. I wanted to make sure that we got in Bel Air. I haven't been able to jump into it yet, but I do want to give props to Will and the team that he put together to reimagine it. Because of like all the reviews I'm hearing so far have been great. You know what I mean, for that show. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna start it tonight. Actually,
I just binge watched all 3 episodes today. I think, honestly, somebody said that, you ever see a show All American?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's like All American with real teeth. Like, how somebody made the point that you can't, ain't no cursing in All American. They don't talk normally. Like, you hear young people talk. This is like for real. I do think that I like how they're taking all those topics in the show, the same topics, they're just filtering through a drama lens. Like, everything you see, like when you watch the show, you're gonna be like, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that.
I can't wait because me and Tiana we literally just binged the whole, the original series probably a month ago.
It's all gonna come back to you.
Yeah, I can't wait. And BJ just said he watched all 3 episodes today, and he never watches shows back to back to back. So it's gotta be good.
Oh no, it's definitely really good, really good.
I can't wait to watch it, especially because I love Will Smith and what he like. One of the things that I'm also loving, and I think Will talked about it in his book some, is he's gone through such a transformation of, like he talks about in the book how he had to deconstruct him becoming things that he felt like he needed to be in order to keep everybody around him happy, because if he could keep everybody around him happy, it all connected back to his father. And Will was putting on for the culture without directly speaking to putting on for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think he's reached a point in his career. Where he's looking to. I look at it the same way I do Jordan, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get at Jordan because he did a lot of very questionable things during his career because he only cared about winning at that moment in time. But you know what I'm saying? Like, now it seems like he's being more intentional in trying to redirect his influence, his money, and his power into the black community or things that can help the black community. And I really feel like Will is also pivoting more in that way, which is why he wanted to reimagine the show in this way to tell it as a drama, because he did live that life. You know what I'm saying? So and when you watch the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you don't really get that as much all the time because there's specific episodes that point to that.
Yeah.
But then, you know what I mean? So I'm very excited to see him
winning in this. They had some dramatic episodes. Like they definitely had some.
Yeah.
So
I'm not saying they didn't. But I'm saying the show that show was a comedy first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they were brilliant in how they presented it anyway. Like again, one of my best it's my favorite show growing up. And one of the best episodes was the episode where he dealt with his dad. Like, if that's not the best episode, I don't know what is. The episode with Aunt Viv and Uncle Phil had to go get them out of prison because they got, because they had an issue with the cops. And to get
BJ's right. It's they ratchet up the drama. They do.
Oh yeah,
they definitely ratchet up the drama.
And
Dark Carlton, man. I call him Dark Carlton. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I saw somebody on TikTok say that they made Carlton even worse than he was at the show. Like I
want to say something. I want to say something, but I don't want to spoil it.
I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Like I said, I'm gonna watch it when we get off tonight. I plan on starting it. So
they dropped 3 episodes to this week, and then so they're gonna be it's
every week.
Okay, every week from and it's on HBO Max or is it on Peacock?
It's on Peacock.
It's funny though, the mother that they got, I swear to you, dude, she sounds just like the original Aunt Viv.
Oh, really?
Like if I close my eyes, I feel like I hear and I just listen. She's I don't know if she's doing it on purpose, but she sounds just like Aunt Viv.
Me and Tina are gonna have to watch that. We're gonna have
what they've done though with Hillary is, I think, really interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Like it's really interesting. Every decision that they've made with the characters, the only person that gets the short end of the stick is Ashley.
Oh yeah,
she don't get as much spotlight, but everybody else.
And that's a so far too, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna use her. So
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to watching that joint. Did y'all want to get?
We got to do top 5. We got to do top 5 Fresh Prince episodes eventually, because I think my number one is the
don't say it. Why are you trying to give it away?
Well, I know one of my favorites is the Speed episode where
that's not helping. You don't give away the milk.
Well, I'm saying it might not be like, because I gotta go back and watch, but that was definitely a really good one for me. Like that one was emotional. That's a low underrated emotional one where he Will gave him the drugs and well, he didn't give him the drugs, but he
he's frozen right now, bro.
Oh, my bad. But that was a good one.
Nah, we hear your audio fine.
We can hear
your picture is freezing, but it's cool. We know you're still getting the together.
I gotta check that out tonight.
Yeah, I honestly I would. You know me, I'm not really big on binge watching because I don't really have the time to binge watch new stuff. But I was able to put this on and listen to it while I was drawing. But it was.
Peacock is free
if you have cable.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
I don't know if it's free outside of it. I know we got cable, so
I'm watching it on Prime.
Bruh,
so.
y'all don't put spoilers in the comment section.
Bro, this is kill. I'm so pissed I can't see the comments right now. Y'all don't even understand.
You good though, because you might be mad.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I can't.
They just said that Carlton is ruthless, and BJ said evil.
No.
I saw too much. I already saw too much. TikTok is the worst though, because I saw too much on TikTok already. I saw a clip of when they were in the when they were in the locker room.
That's my flex, man. That's my flex.
Don't get muted, bro.
Flex I got, dude.
I swear
BJ,
to God,
that's the only flex I got.
I
dude.
swear. Don't do
That's the biggest thing you'll ever go hear me flex on, bro.
I'm very pissed that I cannot see this chat, but it's all good.
Right,
did y'all want to talk about Doctor Strange quick before we get into the list?
Yeah, we can get into that.
Doctor Strange is gonna be crazy. And people thought Spider-Man was crazy. Doctor Strange gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be people
It does
from
look like
everywhere.
it's about to be. Yeah, it looks like it's about to be. I know they're gonna make it. I know they're gonna make it make sense. I know they're gonna make it make sense. But right
It ain't gonna
now,
make sense.
it's gonna make sense because I didn't think the first Doctor Strange was gonna make sense, but they did it the way that they did it. I think they did perfect with Doctor Strange to make sure that they could bend your mind first and also set some precedent for what the things that they knew they were going to use later. You know what I'm saying? So when you saw it later, it wouldn't like completely blow your mind and be like, "Oh my God, what the f is this?" So I think they'll probably do very similar here because they have to set up a whole lot for Scarlet Witch, and you know what I'm saying. It looks like the Illuminati.
Well, it's
You know what
definitely
I'm
the
saying?
Illuminati.
Huh?
That's definitely It's definitely Illuminati.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's I can't wait to see because I love Scarlet Witch, so I can't wait to see how this plays out. I love that Dark Doctor Strange is in there. Like I'm excited. I can't wait to see what happens and what it means for the universe because it's obviously going to be a big pivotal point. Like I can't wait to
Did y'all
rewatch
see?
Spider.
Did y'all see that the animated Doctor Strange was in the trailer?
Yeah, he's in
The
there.
animated Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch from the What If show were in the Multiverse of Madness trailer.
Dang,
Yeah,
I might have missed it.
yeah,
I just watched it last night.
the evil one or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it was a real quick. It was like a 1 second clip.
I think that's the zombie one too, though. There's a zombie one in there too.
Yo, that zombie Scarlet. I was just talking about this the other day. The zombie Scarlet Witch would be the worst thing ever. I don't know what could be because when I was watching that episode of What If, when Doctor Strange was a zombie, but this dude was opening portals to try to eat people, I said, "Yo, what could possibly be worse than that?" You know what I'm saying? Like what could be worse than zombies that can literally portal to wherever you are to eat you? Like, oh my God,
What's crazy?
that crap would
What's
be
crazy
worse.
too is that like I think Thor comes out after that, and we literally know nothing about Thor except Jane Foster's going to be in there. Like we know nothing about that movie, and that comes out in
I like
July
that
or
though.
something like that.
I like that because it's like I feel the same way about. I was talking about. I think I was talking to who was I talking to about this earlier? Like I feel great. I'm trying to temper my expectations for Doctor Strange so that I don't like take myself way
Yeah.
over.
I've done
But
that.
I'm doing the same thing for Note too. Like so, because y'all know I'm a huge Jordan Peele fan. So when they dropped the Note trailer, I was like, bruh, oh my, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So then I went and watched it.
But again, we know nothing about like
I
that.
have
That
no
teaser that they
idea.
showed,
Yeah,
I have no
no
clue what that
idea.
movie is about.
I think
The
it's
only
about
thing I
aliens.
know, the only thing that I feel like I know is that aliens are involved.
Yeah, I think it's alien.
That I feel like is pretty clear. I felt like that was clear from the poster. But
by the way, I'm not watching no more Doctor Strange trailers. I don't need to see nothing else. I'm good.
I feel you. Yeah. I don't. I hate
I have
spoilers.
no
Like,
desire.
everybody
I have
knows
no.
that.
Listen, if anybody spoil that movie for me, I gotta
Yeah,
go
you getting
home.
choked
with
out.
this.
It's gonna be hard. They already spoiling it. Like people don't even know what's happening. They already saying we already think
Yeah,
Patrick Stewart is in it.
people just dissected the trailer.
People
But
said that about Spider-Man too, and Spider-Man was still spec freaking tackler.
But yeah, like I think we're at a point now where because there's so much speculation out there that even if somebody spoils something, you don't even know.
Or it just doesn't matter. Because when I watched Spider-Man, it didn't. Some of the stuff that I saw out there was correct. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't ruin the movie for me at all. You know what I mean? Like the movie was still great. So,
Right.
That's dope. Where you get that from? Never mind. It's still a quick screenshot, but it don't matter.
What is that? Oh, Zombie Scarlet Witch.
Yo, I gotta get that. I
don't. If I'm accidentally spoiled, which has happened a lot because you know how people get.
I'll fight somebody. So
it's hard.
Somebody spoiled something for Spider-Man for me. I literally had to talk to homeboy and be like, "Hey man, what you doing, dude? Like, come on, man. The movie is like this week. Can't you wait 1 week?"
Because I'm on TikTok though, like I purposely like say stuff that's wrong just to like to put that that part of the thing, because last time when Spider-Man came out, I was out there telling people that there were 3 versions of the movie, like, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious to me, like just to
I'll
see
go.
what people would say. But
I'll go
you know,
0 to 10 real quick on stuff like that, bro. Like that's just one of my things. I'm serious.
That's
That's
I'm
one of my
telling you.
things. That's one of my
2 weeks
things. Seriously,
before that movie come out, I'm
yeah,
on
we're gonna have
social
to shut it
media in
down.
silence,
Yeah,
man.
people
shut
spoiling
it down.
things for me. I don't care if it's a TV show. I don't care if it's a movie. I don't care if it's a game. I don't care what it is. Do not spoil things for me. It makes me. It literally takes me to 10. If I'm not at 10, I'm gonna be at 9.5, and I'm gonna be very uncharacteristic, and I will apologize afterwards. But you're gonna piss me off, and I, you know what I mean. Like, just don't do it.
Terrible,
Um,
terrible.
unless you want to get cussed out, you know what I'm saying. That's fine by me. But
Nobody wants to get cussed out. Nobody wants that.
some people might. Anyway,
But
did y'all want to? We could say. I'll say quickly about the trades. Brooklyn raped Philadelphia. It's not even close. It is egregious what took place in that trade, and should Kyrie, I don't know.
If they lift the ban and Durant gets
Yeah.
healthy,
Oh my God.
that's not yeah,
Yeah, if the ban gets lifted, I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be great to watch Brooklyn and the Bucks go at it.
great.
Uh, yeah, it's gonna
I
be
don't need to
great.
see that, man.
The Bucks are still gonna be able to compete.
Oh,
They,
I'm
y'all
okay with the
that good.
Bucks being there. I don't need to see the Brooklyn Nets.
Don't hate on that. Don't
Oh,
hate
I'm
on
a
that.
hater. I'm definitely a hater. I'm full on
Um,
hater. I don't care.
um, but yeah, we're y'all want to go ahead and get into the list?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. Um, who wants to go first?
I'll go. I wasn't on it last week, so
Yeah, you sure won't.
all right.
Uh,
Shut up, man. Oh man, I didn't even finish my list.
what?
All right, I got you. I got you. Okay. Yeah, okay. Number
Hold on.
5. Listen. All right. So we're doing top 5 Western movies. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be perfectly honest with everybody watching. I'm not the biggest Westerns fan. Like, I watch them and I've seen some good ones. So my list is the ones that I've seen that I've liked.
Yeah,
So
I feel like it's about to be terrible.
I don't care. You can kick rocks. Congratulations. I'm gonna say
not-
what you say.
Stop trying to
Congratulations.
steal my stuff, bro.
Number 5. All right, number 5, The Quick and the Dead. Directed by Sam Raimi. It had Sharon Stone, Leonardo DiCaprio was in it. Somebody else was in it too. Off the top of my head, can't remember. Anyway, number 4, The Harder They Fall. It was great. Loved it. Number 3, it is technically a Western. It was a Western feel. So I'm probably pushing it, but Desperado. Number 2, what'd you say, Danny?
I don't
You
think
muted, man. I can't hear you.
Yeah, he is muted.
All right, whatever. I keep
He had
talking
to
because you
mute
probably be talking nonsense.
He had to muted himself.
Number 2, Django, and number 1, Tombstone.
Nonsense. Okay. I'm not gonna.
That's a solid list.
I mean, I hate your list, but I'm not gonna.
I mean,
No,
you hate
I'm not gonna do it.
you hate all good things. I don't know what to tell you.
That's a solid list.
That's completely not true. But I'm not gonna veer us into the wrong lands because Danny says I do that all the time. So I'm just gonna.
You kind of do, but
That's fine. I'm not gonna do it tonight. You see what I'm saying? I did good. I caught myself.
Tombstone was too cheesy for me, but it had some great moments in it. I think they over like they western the mess out of that movie, but it's like they but
what?
yeah, I'll be a huckleberry like it's
That's one of the best lines of the movie.
yeah,
Dude.
I'll be a huckleberry. What? But yeah, it was solid. It was a solid movie.
All right, we're going next, man.
Go ahead, Morg.
All right. I'll go next. All right. So number 5. Let me pull it up. All right, so number 5, True Grit, the 2010 version. Number 4, The Revenant. Um, Leonardo DiCaprio. That bear scene is,
Was that a western?
man.
I didn't even see it. I didn't even see
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
technically,
You
it
haven't seen
is.
it.
I never
Why?
saw it.
Why? Why haven't you seen it? Anyway, actually, let me switch this.
Bruh, this dude switching lists on the
No,
fly.
I meant to do it earlier, but I was busy. To I'm trying. All right. So what did I said? The Revenant, number 4. Number 3, The Harder They Fall. Number 2,
Damn, I just forgot a western. All right, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
number 2, 310 to Yuma. And number 1, Django. Of course, because I mean, y'all already know I'm a huge Django is in my top 5 uh, films. Period, like favorites. So there's no way it won't gonna make it
Was
number
it?
1 in the
Was it in your top 5? I think it was.
was
I
Django.
we did top 5
Absolutely
films.
Wait,
think
you don't
I-
have Tombstone on your list?
no.
That's like the quintessential western.
Nah.
No, not on most lists. I've
What?
seen. No,
Wow.
I mean, so like older school westerns that I know that I'd seen on other people's lists that people talked about were like, what's the joint? The Wild Bunch, Unforgiven.
Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yes, Once Upon a Time in the West. Unforgiven was one I saw on a lot of lists, but I went back to watch Unforgiven to see because I had watched it before, and I went back to watch it again to see, and nah. Yeah, I mean, not over any of the ones that I have on my list. Like 3.
All right,
So
let me
The
go ahead and
Revenant
come on
is
this.
barely a western, though. Like
Yeah,
that's
the way
barely a western.
I didn't. I mean,
which one
I know.
is?
The Revenant.
Let me
No,
let
it's
me do my
not.
list.
That's
Yeah,
barely a western.
go ahead, Danny.
So this is the list. Okay, now y'all left out a whole section of great comic, great.
Your camera didn't even agree with you. That's why you frozen again. But go on.
It'd be
Yeah,
like
we
that.
had a voice player. That's fine.
Y'all left out a whole section of westerns. The western comedy is one of the best genres that there is, and y'all didn't have
If
any.
you have Once Upon a Time in the West on this list, I'm gonna kick you in your balls.
Nah, but I do have.
Okay.
But I do have Blazing Saddles on my list at number 5. At number 4, I got Maverick, which is my personal favorite western, but it's not
Did you
better
say
than
Maverick?
Yeah, Maverick with Mel Gibson.
Okay, go ahead.
That's my personal favorite western, but it's not better, not a better movie than these top 3. Number 3 is True Grit. Number 2 is Django Unchained, and number 1 is Unforgiven.
That's crazy.
Unforgiven, bruh. Unforgiven is, to me, the old man coming back, after his whole life had changed because he met his wife, teaming up with his old partner. They both like, okay, we still got it. Nah, we don't still got it, Then he comes back and he says, man, I'm not drinking. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I'm just out here to get this money for my family. He goes out. He gets the prize. They meet up with the young gun, the new gunslinger, and then at the end, his boy gets killed, and he got to go back to his old ways. Come through there, drink the bottle. You said you just watched it, Morgan. You just watched it the other day. Drinks the. He said he takes that drink. The lady told him, "Oh, I thought you knew they killed him." He takes the drink. He goes back and kills the whole town. Like, dude, gunned everybody down. He the way he blew that bartender away, he said, he came in there, he said, "Hey, whose bar is this?" "Oh, this is my establishment." Bam! "Hey, if you're gonna decorate your place with my friend, you should have had a gun on you." I said, this dude is bad. Clint Eastwood, bro.
I don't have a problem with the Unforgiven. I don't have a problem. The only one I question is Maverick.
What? Maverick is a great western, man.
It's a nice little movie.
Then you even got the the Easter egg with him and Danny Glover. The Easter egg with Danny
nice
Glover.
Little movie.
And they look at each other like, "Do I know you?" Nah, like
So
That's my favorite one, man.
For me, like, so the harder they fall, I had at number 2. Um, the only reason I put 310 to Yuma over it is because, like, I went back to watch these movies, um, because I wanted to. Yeah, appreciate y'all. I went back to watch those movies because I wanted to make sure, like, I could rank them because I already knew what time it was. I did go back to watch Unforgiven. I went to watch. There were like 2 old westerns that were on people's list that I went back to watch to see if I was tripping. The Revenant I knew was going on there because Leonardo DiCaprio, that movie, Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio, first off, are 2 of the best actors in the game right
What was
now.
it about?
It's about I forgot that guy's real name, but it's a true story. Of course, you know how they do in movies. Like, they might take some liberty some places, but in this guy's case, they say like the movie version is less dramatic than what actually happened in his life. But it was about this guy that was like he was a scout, not a scout, a tracker. He was like a tracker or something that was helping some settlers move through Indian lands and Native American lands, and his son was with him, but his son was half Native American. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember if his son was half Native American or if he adopted the son, but he was married to a Native American woman, and he was helping them move through. But then they ended up. Tom Hardy's character was a part of this regiment, and he was a snake. Like, that dude was only about money, and so I don't want to spoil everything. It's about like this dude's life was madness. That's the best way I can stop.
I tried watching it. That was one of them slow. I couldn't get into it. So
Did you see the bear scene?
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. I didn't get to that.
You have to watch the movie just for the bear scene. Like, that, the bear scene was like one of the most insane scenes because I was like, bruh.
I would never have
That's the thing that
categorized.
That's the thing that makes me think like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have never categorized it as a Western.
If you Google it,
yeah, when you Google it, it comes up. It does. It does.
Yeah.
It's like, if I've watched it and I watched half of it, and I still don't look at it as a Western.
I think it's because
wasn't it in the snow? Like, was it even in the West? I thought it was like a snowy scene or something like that. The whole.
No, that was rain. I think. When it rained,
no, there was snow. There was snow too. I think it's because of the period. Because, like, Django, like when you talk about Django being a Western, people question it. So, but to me, it's an unquestioned.
That was actually like cowboys and guns and everything like that.
Literally had the cowboy suit.
Django is actually a spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
That's how people define it. But the reason I put 310 to Yuma over Harder They Fall on my list personally is because in 310 to Yuma, the motivation of the protagonist was not the classic, like you just talked about Unforgiven. In most Westerns, revenge is usually the underwriting motivation for whoever it is that the protagonist is, and you're going for that person. In 310 to Yuma, that wasn't his goal, and that like the reason he was doing what he was doing was like just mad touching to me. I went back to watch it again to make sure. I went back to watch that True Grit. I didn't need to rewatch Django because that's a foregone conclusion. But True Grit is also amazing.
I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it.
Man, True Grit you have to watch that movie. It's great. True Grit is great. But 310 Yuma, if you haven't seen that, you should definitely watch it. Russell Crowe, I love Russell Crowe. But
True Grit is a True Grit.
Say what?
Lost you. Can't hear you.
He'll probably be back in a second. But yeah, so I put 310 to Yuma there because the motivation of the protagonist touched me more. You know what I'm saying? The Harder They Fall was amazing. But see, like, what I had to do was separate it from my excitement as a black man seeing us put history on the screen. You know what I'm saying? And be able to help educate too. You know what I'm saying? And because when they said they were doing the movie, I was already hyped. I wasn't gonna gas it if it was actually trash when it came out, but I didn't think that Jonathan Majors, Regina King, Idris Elba, all of them were gonna be in this movie and it's trash. I didn't think that would happen for a second, and it didn't disappoint. And I thought the twist at the end was amazing on The Harder They Fall because I didn't see it coming. But 310 to Yuma, I'm trying not to spoil it for anybody. I can't see the chat, so I don't know if there's anybody in the chat that has
What, The Harder They Fall? I mean, these movies been out. Some of these have been out for years and months.
Yeah, The Harder They Fall, man. I just didn't.
Now I'm not talking about Harder They Fall. I'm talking about 310 to Yuma. I don't want to spoil that for anybody.
I mean, that movie been out for like.
Yeah, it's been out for 12 years. So
yeah, Magnificent Seven was a good movie too, though. That was a good movie.
It was good.
Yeah, Magnificent Seven was
an
good.
ensemble thing, but it was just a straight up Western to me. And Chris Pratt, I mean,
What's your beef with Chris Pratt, man?
I don't got a pre-beef with him. I got a beef with him in Westerns. It just, I don't know. I think he messed the movie up for me. Him in that specific role. But I liked how they had somebody from every background with a different specialty. I like that. That was cool.
Danny, for real, I thought you were gonna put Back to the Future 3 on your list. Like I was kind of.
I heard people talking about that.
I was kind of worried.
They were saying
Danny was going to put Back to the Future 3 on his list.
It's a solid Western. It can do mine, man. Again, when The Harder They Fall, I watched it once. I liked it, but it wasn't. It didn't stick with me. I didn't watch it again after that.
Don't do that, BJ.
Huh?
What did BJ say?
He said Back to the Future 3 is on his list.
Get out of here, BJ.
You know what though? I forgot about Posse, man.
BJ won one poll, and he out here just throwing anything out.
Posse could be on my list.
Yeah, he's feeling himself, bro.
Who?
Oh, the Cherokee Kid. Yo, the Cherokee Kid.
I forgot about Posse, dude.
Is a classic. Have y'all seen that?
You forgot about what?
Posse.
Have y'all seen Cherokee Kid?
No.
Bruh, Cherokee Kid
I would not watch.
Nah, it's Sinbad. Imagine Sinbad doing a Western. Like I already said I like comedies. I like Western comedies. Dang on back Cherokee Kid was solid. It was so solid. It's something that I would definitely watch. I might have to look that up on thing on this dude said maybe
Bonanza. What are you talking about, man?
Bruh. Hey, BJ, if you want to watch a good Western TV show, Pluto TV has The Rifleman. The Rifleman is a good show.
Oh my god, my mom used to watch that, dude.
Yeah, The Rifleman.
Me and Tiana
watch Westerns all the time. We'll watch The Rifleman and Gunsmoke. I like all that stuff.
Yep. All that. So, all those old shows. That's my mom era right there. She used to watch all that. Now Posse, I forgot about Posse. Honestly, want to amend my list right now because I can take off The Quick and the Dead and put Posse.
Was the Posse the one with all the black guys, or was that
That's with Mario Van Peebles.
Mario Van Peebles, yeah, that was good. That was another one with all black cast that was in the 90s or something like that. I can't remember.
No, I don't think it was that one, Nadia. I don't think it was that one. Nadia's still trying to find this show where you were mad salty.
I will go back. He probably deleted it. That's why I can't.
Why would I delete it? Get out of here, bro.
He just edited it out. It's just a black.
Man, y'all do drugs. Do y'all do drugs like all the time?
It definitely happens.
Just a black box for like 2 minutes. And then it just goes back to the show.
Oh, y'all.
It definitely happened. I remember it.
I will find it. One of these days I'm gonna do. When we have enough, we're gonna have to do top five shows.
Hey,
when we hit 50. When we hit 50 shows, we do top five shows.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
Bonanza came on right before Perry Mason.
For those who haven't seen 310 to Yuma, you should fix that.
I'm gonna watch it, but I just like Westerns. They don't grab me, man.
I mean,
They
it's
just don't grab me.
310 the humor should, but because like okay, you said you don't care about spoiling it. So like the reason that I like it is because so this guy, Chris Nolan, the guy that played Batman, he's the protagonist, and like you can kind of like it starts on his farm, like they're getting ready to lose their land, and he kind of I don't want to say he's a screw up, but his oldest son doesn't really respect him like that. His youngest son thinks the world of him because he was in the army before or whatever, but it's kind of mysterious or whatever. And so then Russell Crowe was playing like the big bad, and he's got a posse, and he comes across him in a city that they just got done doing a bank robbery, well, a train robbery, and Russell Crowe's character.
He didn't mean to say that.
Say what?
You said Christopher Nolan played Batman. That didn't happen. But yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
I mean, Christian.
We were
Christian
trying to
Bale,
let it go, man. We were just trying to let him talk, man. Y'all don't let nothing go, dude.
I meant Christian Bale. My bad, y'all.
Y'all don't let nothing go, man.
I know, bro. Y'all better be glad I can't see these. Y'all better be glad I can't see these comments for some reason. Like, but yeah.
Good night for that.
But like I said, the protagonist. So I mean, his entire motivation was he wanted to prove to his son that he had, that he had courage. Like he wasn't a coward. He needed to prove to himself and his son that he wasn't a coward. And it was just the way that they went about it was really dope. And Russell Crowe's character kind of helped him do that. It was dope. But y'all can watch it and see for yourselves if you don't believe me. I'm putting the poll up now.
Check this Bel Air. I'm about to check out Bel Air. That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, I'm putting the poll up now. Javon, boy, you almost got me into that argument earlier about
what argument?
That I think we were arguing about or getting ready to argue about something that had to do with it was one during the NFL conversation, and I almost fell for it.
What argument?
I don't know, bro. You know how you do, bro. Like you just be on one, and I'd be like, man, if you don't, and then like I was like, you know what? No, we got like other parts of the show. We would have still been arguing right now. I'm sure of it. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm let him have it.
I don't know what I said to.
You never do
such an argue.
You never do.
He just want to argue.
I didn't even say anything that controversial.
I'm actually. Can't nobody say I've been combative tonight. I have not. I've not been combative.
Oh yeah, Nadia be on it. She always know. You was talking about the NFL and how they treat black people.
I didn't say that the NFL treat black people badly.
You said
I don't remember.
You said
it was something dumb. You said
black people deserve to only have players' jobs and not be coaches or owners. And that if they got their platform, if the NFL has their platform and they don't want people to kneel, then that's perfectly fine. That's what you said.
I didn't say any of those words in any combination whatsoever.
That's what I heard.
I don't remember what you said, but whatever it was,
probably turn your hearing aid because
I don't remember what you said.
Hear those words come out of my mouth.
It was whatever you said was stupid, and I was gonna let it float.
Did we talk about the Jurassic Park movie last week?
Bruh. The movie? You talking about the trailer?
Yeah, we talked about it on my podcast.
Yeah, we did. That's right. That's what we did.
Yeah. Hey, we don't need to talk about it no more. I'm tired of Jurassic Park. Did y'all see the Moon Knight trailer though?
Yes.
They got a new one?
So y'all
the
know
one that came on during the Super Bowl.
No, I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all know, like I'm gonna watch to follow along with the class, but I don't really,
You gonna watch what?
I said I'm going to watch to follow along with the class. Moon Knight. I'm gonna watch it, but it's like Hawkeye. Like I watched it so that I'm in the know for the movies.
Do you know anything about Moon Knight?
No, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. So I'm watching.
I think you would enjoy Moon Knight.
Yeah, you would. If
that's like right up your alley.
If you like Daredevil, you'll probably enjoy Moon Knight.
You like brutal superheroes that whoop on people.
Daredevil, Punisher.
Yeah,
that's
Batman in a straight jacket.
If you put Batman and the Joker together, Even though they did that in the comic book, you might get Moon Knight.
That's kind of accurate.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's crazy.
I'm kind of okay. I might. Yeah, you're right. I might like that.
No,
I mean,
that's right up your alley.
I'm trying to think. I don't like how you're saying that.
What?
I'm trying to think if
You see
I'm
how
trying-
you just take it? No. You just took offense that I suggested that you would like something, and you're not
I
being
mean,
combative.
I'm not. I said all I said was all I did was quickly say I don't like how you said that. This is like the congratulations thing. See, I can't even say congratulations on the show. Now I can't say I don't like how you said that. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
what is
if you saying it, you don't
what is
like
this?
how I say something, when all I'm saying is this is right up your alley.
But it sounds it had like a tinge of like uh it was a tinge of something there that I was like, I think you're trying to play me on the low. And that's what I was like, I don't like that. But it's cool.
I think you need to talk to somebody about this.
Nah, we can handle it here. I'm just trying to think if
Yes, that's it.
Nadia, that's not true. It was not
See,
condescending.
black dudes in hoodies always starting first. I mean, we both got hoodies on, so that already.
Hey, listen. I keep
Yes,
putting on
his congratulations are always condescending, every
It
single
is.
time,
No,
every
No, that's
single
not.
time,
That's
every
not true.
single time.
It depends on who I'm talking to.
Nah, I've
it
never
does.
heard you say congratulations to
When you talking
somebody.
to us, it'd be
Yeah,
disrespectful. It'd be straight up
That's so
disrespectful.
that's so wrong. I disagree. I tell people congratulations all the time. Like somebody just announced they were pregnant on Facebook. I was like, congratulations. Y'all think I'm being condescending to them?
Nadia said it. He said you like superheroes that don't have a problem killing people. That's Moon Knight.
Okay. I was thinking about that actually. I was thinking about like, am I naturally gravitating to people that will off you or look? So I don't think I want people. I don't think I want superheroes to off people. I think I think I like that a superhero has a because Batman was my favorite superhero for forever until I got older, and I'm like, bruh, how many thousands of people have died because Batman be on some BS? That's when I started like to question more stuff. And to me, there's a lot of people that have died because Batman's like, nah, bruh, I'm gonna turn him over to the police that I know ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's at some point, we've had this conversation. At some point, to me, you become complicit. Uh, you know, that's all I'm.
All right. Once again, it's like you have to go. This is a comic book. you can't look at every comic book through the filter of like real life.
Why?
Because once you start pulling it,
Because Mr. Freeze has a freeze ray. That's why. Like, like Poison Ivy can grow plants instantaneously. You can't look at
Poison
it.
Ivy can grow what?
Poison Ivy can do this and grow a tree. Like,
Danny just killed me. Danny just took me out.
Okay.
Anyways, hey,
but it's not like I don't. It's not like I don't suspend. It's not like I don't suspend reality.
Danny
when
just
I'm
took me out
watching.
right there.
That's what I'm
I
saying,
gotta
man.
get out
Y'all trying to play me like I'm dumb or something.
No, he's right though, man. He's right, man. He's
No,
absolutely
bro.
right.
Like,
now.
nah, because we talk
It's
about
like
morality.
okay, but it's like once again, it's like
what makes him a superhero? Then
it's like who? It's like saying, well, I care about who changes the tires on the Batmobile. Oh, who cares? They get changed.
no,
like,
it's not the same.
It is. It is.
It's
like some
not.
point you have to acknowledge that this character doesn't want to kill, and that's fine. That don't make him complicit.
This is Morgan asked the question, and I'm gonna answer because I gotta get out of here. He said, "Well, I'm a superhero. Batman doesn't have any powers, but I feel like he's a superhero because of the obstacles. The same. We have this conversation all the time. The obstacles that he faces and overcomes.
You don't think he's a superhero?
I do think he's a superhero. Yes.
I'm asking Morgan.
I think y'all. The poll is up too, y'all. I want to make sure that's clear. The poll is up in the group page. Um, Top five Live Nation for those who want to vote who aren't already in the group. Just search it and you'll see the Western posted that's up in the top right hand corner, and you'll know that's the right group, and you just join and vote. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I all the part of this conversation that always gets me is that we suspend. It's like selective suspense of reality. So of course I'm not saying like it's a comic book, it's a comic book movie. Like I'm not making everything literal. I never do that when I make an argument. I'm just saying to me that's one of the things that if I'm a person out here, because I think when we had this conversation before, what I said is if I'm Batman at some point, and Danny's done this with Ace Blade, uh, you you question what you're doing it for at a point because it's like, bruh, I know I'm gonna put these mugs back in this prison, and I know they're gonna get out and they're gonna hurt some more people, and I'm gonna put them back in prison again. I've talked to them and said, yo, you should change this, you should change that. I've literally changed things and done these things or whatever. At a point, I don't know, you know what I mean? And so maybe I just need to live in like complete, la la land. But the part of me to the part of things that connects with me that I like the most. Like the reason I like the Batman the Dark Knight series is because it felt gritty, because it felt more realistic in the way that they were doing the film. So
technically, he didn't kill nobody in that though either.
Huh?
He didn't kill nobody in that technically.
Batman?
Yeah,
he said.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't dislike.
Technically,
that's my point. I don't dislike Batman. It's but where you would talk about I like heroes that will beat up on people. I like heroes that are going to attempt. I don't know. It's a fine line to me. Like you know what I mean. To me, at a point,
Hey,
and that's what y'all say. I got to suspend reality because I'm thinking about it in terms of, and I know that I will do that. If somebody comes in my house, yeah, I'm gonna kill them. If I'm out in the streets,
Morgan.
If I'm out in the streets, what?
Just know when this Lumberjacks 4 come out, if Animus ain't dead by the end of it, we're gonna be having a conversation.
Say it again.
If Animus ain't dead by the end of Lumberjacks 4, when she murdered all them people.
You have the script. Did you read it?
I did read it. That's what
no, you didn't.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm talking to you. Yes, I did.
You know you didn't.
Yes, I did.
If you read it, then it would. Come on, man.
So here's the thing.
Then Batman should make sense to you. That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. It's not just suspension of belief. It's understanding the rules that the specific character operates under. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had this conversation before. Like it's for me again. For me, it's a complex conversation because I understand you got to suspend reality. I understand like there's certain parts that I think that it's easy for me to do that in, and certain parts it's not. And again, I watched the Dark Knight series and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I go around complaining about all the characters that won't kill people. I'm not saying that superheroes should kill people first. I think it should be a last resort. You know what I'm saying? But some people's wick isn't as long as others. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't necessarily love Punisher. What I love about Punisher is that once it's like Kratos. Kratos is my favorite character. Period. You know what I mean? And it's not because he's perfect. I like flawed characters. I like layered characters. So Kratos is one of my favorite, if not my favorite character of anything that I've encountered, like through video games and TV and movies and stuff like that. And I'm just drawn to characters that react strongly, fiercely when faced with challenges or threats. But I think that's also because I'm competitive too. Like if you get into a fight, me and Danny have talked about this with Ace Blade. Like Ace Blade's thought process when he gets into a fight is he knows he can beat the person, so he's gonna do everything he can not to like really harm them. Uh, he'll
Wait,
beat them, not really
the
harm them.
same eight. You said Ace Blade?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were talking
He'll,
about Lumberjacks.
oh, you trying to play me?
No, I was asking.
Ace Blade. Well, he goes into the fight knowing that he could beat them, so he's gonna do everything he can not to hurt them, and that's cool. But him and Jats have different approaches. Jats is gonna do everything he can not to have smoke with you in the first place. But if you decide, you know what I'm saying, it's like a line in the sand. I'm gonna draw this line in the sand, and you watch me draw it. If you decide to step over it, what happens to you is not my issue. You decide to step over it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you asked for smoke and I brought fire and now you mad. And that's the difference in between Jats and Ace Blade at this point in time in those characters' arcs. Um, and me and Danny go back and forth about it all the time because they both have the same goal, you know what I'm saying, but they go about it in different ways. And I think I would make it akin to Malcolm and Martin. Malcolm didn't go out, but the narrative for Malcolm X was that that he hated white people and he wanted to go and kill them. When he never said that at any point, what he said is, if you inflict violence upon me, there will be violence inflicted back upon you.
I think at one point Malcolm X hated white people.
He did when he was under Elijah Muhammad.
Yeah,
Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, when he was under Elijah Muhammad. Well, he said he didn't. But you get my point. My point is him and Martin took different tactics, but the goal was the same. You know what I'm saying?
But that doesn't make Martin complicit in anything because he didn't have a more final approach when it came to dealing with racism.
People felt like that. But do you see what I'm saying?
You can feel anything that don't mean that you are.
You to that person it does. So like
I mean Kyrie Irving thinks the earth is flat. I mean, that don't
that's
mean
not
it
the
is.
same. Come on, man.
You're talking about somebody's opinion, though.
That's not
your opinion of something doesn't make it truth.
That's true, but that goes both ways. Do you see what I'm saying? It goes both ways. You made this like the earth is flat, the same as
Okay, let me ask you a question.
The civil rights movement.
So let me see. So if let's say somebody breaks into my house,
mm-hmm.
and I'm able to subdue them without
mm-hmm.
them dying,
mm.
Please come, take them away. Let's say they get out in like 6 months and go rob somebody else's house. Am I complicit
mm-hmm.
in the fact that other person? Am I complicit in that robbery?
No. But I the point that you try to make there is not the point that I try to make about Batman. So
but that's exactly what happens, though.
No, it's a microcosm of it because I said at some point. So when I say at some point, that means there's a continuation of behavior. If there's been a continuation of behavior from one person, and I think a way to frame it. I'm trying to think if it works. All police are not bad. That's a fact. It's 100% a fact. But there are police officers to do bad things.
Okay.
If a good police officer is on the scene when a bad police officer does something that doesn't stop them, you could argue they're not complicit because, like, they could say, "Okay, I don't have the authority to stop them. That's my senior officer, so I can't do anything in that situation. That was my order from my senior officer. I can't do anything." Right? They can make that argument. Would they be correct, or would you count them as complicit because they're saying they're a good officer, but they didn't intervene to stop a bad officer from doing something in front of them?
Yeah, but that's not once again that's not the same thing as
what I'm saying. Okay, so let's say it's a pattern of behavior. You're a good officer and you've been with this bad officer for a long time and haven't turned them in. Or you did turn
But,
them in.
but
Or you did turn them in. You turned them over to then the what's it? The internal what is it, IAB? In the police
internal affairs.
yeah, you turn them over to internal affairs and they keep getting off for whatever reason. Uh See, so that's the part of the Batman conversation that's hard for me, and that's why I said I just have to suspend reality in that place. The part of the because the part of the conversation that's hard for me is I don't know I don't know when you draw that line and say, all right, bro, like God dog, like how, you know what I'm saying, like when are you going to?
But if that's not in the nature of the character or the person, you know what I'm saying? It's like
It's
there
in
are
his
certain
nature.
things. Hold on, hold on,
He's
hold
just
on.
fighting against it.
If it was in his nature, he would do it.
No, it's in his nature. He's just fighting against it. He said that. You're the one that told me he said it.
Who I never said he's fighting. I'm saying he's making the choice not to do something. Okay, let me put it
And
to you this way. Hold
I'm
on,
not
hold
trying to
on,
blame him for
hold
doing
on,
that.
hold on, hold on. Just let me put it to you this way. If I'm not a drinker, if I don't drink a lot, or I don't drink at all, and I go and I get drunk, and you saw me drunk, you'd be like, "Man, he don't really do that. Like that's that ain't really him. That's not what he does, right?"
Mm-hmm.
So that's my point. What I'm saying is the things it's not in Batman's nature to kill. He does not want to do it. He wants no part of it. He would prefer not to. It's him. That's who he is. And that's what I'm saying. Like you have to number one, suspend your belief that because and understand that these are stories being written because the characters are popular and they're not going to be just killed and shuffled off because in real life they would put the Joker under the jail. You know what I'm saying? Like they would put him under the jail. He would never get out. And so um sorry, something popped up. And so that's what I'm saying. Like you have to go, okay, this character, it's not in his nature, it's not his moral compass to do something like Superman. Superman could just be like scorching people from the sky, right?
That would be pretty awesome, actually.
Well, once again, that's when I said Moon Knight is in your wheelhouse, is up your. That's what I meant. But anywho,
I understand. I mean, I said that. I like.
but that's what I'm saying. Like this, it's not in this character's nature, and it's not in his moral compass to be he cherishes life, and it means on all levels, and that's a certain type of hero. To me, I like that type of hero. I like that one. I'm not a big fan of uh killer. I'm not a big fan of like Punisher, Wolverine, Final Solution guys. Like I know that there are stories where Superman has killed, but and I know, I know there's stories where, Batman has killed. I don't really gravitate to them that much unless they're like very well written.
I
So, I
mean,
mean,
if so,
that's just not me. It's your personal preference.
in a story where that happens, my mindset towards that would be, dag, something really effed up must have happened to make them do that. So I would be intrigued as to what made them turn. It just depends on the story. Like I said, I just happen to be because that yeah, like you said, it's definitely personal preference, and I just happen to I don't want the hero's goal to be like to go kill everybody and without any type of um, attempt to reason with the person or whatever. But I think to me, the other part of it is that it if you're in a fight with somebody that has nothing to lose versus somebody that's like calculated about it, to me, there's like a chink in the armor somewhere where that somebody that's ruthless can exploit. And I think that is a part of it too. Is that like with Goku? I love Goku and I like watching Dragon Ball Z because Goku always had to find different levels to rise to. But I love Frieza's competitive spirit because if there's an opportunity to end this now, he's going to end this now. He's not going to play with it. He's not going to diddly daddle. He's not going to be like, oh, let me turn this up a notch. After that, ain't no more notches. Like, he about to destroy the earth. If you got the
I mean,
ability to take care of it, do it
that's
now.
fine.
Why?
That's
You know what
that's
I'm saying? Like, and again, like I said, it's just a difference of opinion. It don't have to be no big. You know what I
no.
mean?
I've never said that your opinion is wrong. I just I don't, me personally, I don't gravitate. He is not that type of character. Like it's not me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really like, you know what I mean? Like it. And some people like that, and that's why there are all types of characters for all types of people.
Hey, like I said, we'll definitely. Um, I know that's not gonna be the last time it comes up. So, um, I might do that on a panel one day, like a full out. You know what I'm saying? Me, you, Mike, Danny. We can just have that uh, discussion. Like I think it'll probably be better if we start if I found a story that I would. We should do a panel on injustice.
See, even with Injustice, and I've read the entire book, like there comes a point in the story where he's no longer Superman. Like he's
Well,
gone down the path so far that he's no longer the character.
yeah,
He's a
but see,
totally different character.
that conversation is awesome. Is why I was saying we should do a panel on that because the conversation that's had in there is exactly to the root of what I'm talking about here, uh, and I think that'd be a great discussion. BJ, if BJ wants to come on
All
for
right,
that,
come on.
I'm
Let's
gonna
do
just
it.
see when like it might just be like a special top 5 episode. Uh, it doesn't have to be on a Tuesday night because I want to just give us
Oh,
time
you
to
mean
really let.
BJ wants to come on for that conversation? Or he wants
Yeah,
to come on right now? Oh.
no. That's what I'm saying. I can't for whatever reason the chats wants some BS tonight, so I can't see anything anybody's saying without me logging in
Nah,
and
no,
look.
we good.
But regardless, like I said, yeah, I'm saying if BJ wants to come on to be a part of that conversation. Rotsy was out tonight because she had something come up for work. But yeah, we'll see what we do next week. For those who haven't seen 310 Humor, like fits that. I'm telling you, it's good. Um, but anyway, yeah, I appreciate y'all for coming back through like always. I have no idea what we're gonna do for a topic yet, and if you guys have suggestions, as always, throw them in the group page. We'll jump on those. Javon, I know Javon's got George Gant on this week
Oh
on
yeah, oh yeah. Big
podcast
week.
Thursday.
Big week.
So, uh, and I love George Gant, man. I love his illustrations. I love what he's doing. He's award winning for a reason. I can't wait to see what he's got to say about his process and how he goes through things. So don't miss that on Thursday.
Thursday, 8 p.m. Thursday,
Thursday,
8
8
p.m.
p.m. Show podcast. Um, also, for those who haven't pledged to the Kickstarter yet, still on Kickstarter. We got 14 days left for Lumberjacks #3. Lori Foster, a friend to the show from Unlike the Hero Studios, and Sarah White. I was just on with them last night. They launched Elsewhere. Let me see where they're at now. They launched their Elsewhere anthology book, and they were destroying the game. Like they shot out in like the first 2 hours, and we're over $3,000 in the first 2 hours. It was insane. So Lori might break another record of hers because she's only got 16 days to fund it too. Like this is crazy. Yeah, they're over $4,000 right now. 82 backers, and they just launched they launched at 5. So in 4 hours, they're already over $4,000. That girl's a beast, man. I'm so proud of them. You know what I'm saying, what they're doing over there. I think they released like 8-10 books last year. Miss Medusa was a massive campaign. So I'll screen share it real quick before we jump off. But yeah, make sure y'all check HBC UConn. Definitely got to shout that out because I think I'm about to bring that up too. But y'all can see this is the elsewhere joint. All you got to do is go on Kickstarter, type in elsewhere, and this will pop up. You'll see this not screensaver, but this backdrop, and like I said, they're killing the game, man. Per usual, because I mean, Lori just be smacking fire out of stuff when she does campaigns. Let me go pull up. What else did I just say? Of course, mine. We are literally $1 short of 5,500. 14 days ago. Kane White cover in the background. Y'all make sure y'all go support that and help me spread the word on that. And what was the other one I just said? Elsewhere. Oh,
HBC.
Yeah, HBC UConn. Yeah, the HBC UConn is. I think they're almost at $11,000. Man, I really want to see this get funded. Y'all, please spread the word about this. Let me see. I can pull up I don't know if I can put that. They always give you the long links here, but please, seriously, please. Like HBCU UConn is one of the best ideas that I have seen for a Kickstarter. So I really want to get that funded. We got 6 days left. It's getting down to crunch time. There's no reason that we can't get that thing funded. Because it's well past worth it. So let me I'm trying to put the link in here. Dang. Oh, there you go. All right. I want to make sure I get the link in there for y'all. Please. Or just go on Kickstarter, pull up Kickstarter right now, type in HBC UConn, and just find a tier. It doesn't matter if if you don't have the money to put a whole bunch of money into it, that's cool. I know all three of us have backed it.
Oh yeah, I did mine today.
I know all three of us have backed it. This is one of the best ideas that I've ever seen for a Kickstarter. I can't stop saying that enough. So the next 6 days, I want to help them promote it as much as possible so we can get this fully funded. It's extremely well needed, and for them to be this close to the goal, I definitely don't want to see them fall short. So if you know somebody that's got extra money, they're an investor, holler at them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure this gets funded, because there's no reason whatsoever that this project should not get funded at all. It has to happen. So I appreciate y'all as always, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Again, make sure you join the group if you're not already in the group on Facebook. Just type in Top 5 Live Nation and join the group so you can vote in the polls, so you can do the polls that we do that throughout the week, or different conversations, and get the links to everything else that we got going on. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week. Make sure y'all check out Stoke Podcast Thursday night, 8 p.m. George Gant on with Big Bro. So y'all make sure y'all check that out. And I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.